Come on, LazyBones. Come and see what I have for you. I turned slowly in my bed. I had been lying there for 2 hours. I must have fallen asleep. It seemed to have gotten a lot darker all of a sudden. There was a light, though. It was a faded yellow glow that emitted through the space where my bedroom door was lying ajar. Come on, the voice beckoned again. The notes in its tone made me shiver. I pulled the blanket around my face. I ignored the stifling warmth. Anything was better than setting my foot out of that bed. A breeze pushed the door open a little further. It creaked. The yellow glow splashed onto the bed. LazyBones, it called again. Come on, LazyBones. I had told Mom and Dad about it. I had told them that it happened almost every night, but they didn't believe me. They told me that my head was filled with nonsense. They told me I should stop being so lazy, lying in bed all the time. They told me that I needed to get out of my head. I wanted to get out of my head. I wanted nothing more than to escape that call. Come on! This time, the voice was an irritated bark. My heart was thumping in my chest. Why wouldn't it just leave me alone? Why couldn't I just be left to lie in bed and wait for morning? It was no use. I knew it wouldn't stop. It didn't any other time, and this night was no different. If I didn't get out of bed, I was going to be trapped listening to it call on me all night. It started with one foot on the floor. It was cold. Then the second foot followed. All just a little bit at a time, as my LazyBones hoisted me up. Come on! It must have heard me get out of bed because the voice softened a little. That's it. I opened the door. The corridor outside wasn't all that long, but it seemed to stretch for miles towards the yellow glow. I took one step at a time. As I padded along towards the glow, my knees crunched as my LazyBones resisted. It was singing now. It always sang a merry little tune when it had managed to get me out of bed. You can't hide forever. I know where you are. Being such a LazyBones won't carry you far, it sang. A thought occurred to me then. If I had recorded it, perhaps I would have been able to convince Mom and Dad. Maybe they would see what I was so afraid of and why I wanted to hide in bed all the time. It was too late for that now, though. I was already on my way along the corridor, and if I retreated back to bed, it would only make matters worse. I had to press forward. As I sniffed, the noise echoed a little. It was really late. I could hear clattering behind the door as I drew closer. I could hear more singing. I reached out and pushed the door open. The yellow glow became brighter. I squinted a little as my eyes adjusted to the light. There you are, LazyBones, it said. The glee in its voice rattled in my ears. The clanging had come from pots that were set everywhere. One large one was bubbling away quite merrily on the stove. You took your time, it chastised. I'm sorry, Grandma, I had fallen asleep. It, the voice. Grandma stole a momentary look at me, then smiled. Hurry before they wake up, it said. It called itself Grandma. I called it Grandma. I would much rather not lay claim to being any kind of relative, though. It hid in my house by day, rocking in its chair, knitting sometimes. Then when the night came along and everyone else was asleep, that was when it called to me. It would tease me and tell me I was a LazyBones if I didn't come. I tried to warn my parents. I tried to tell them, but they wouldn't get rid of it. They said family is family. It was no family. I tried to warn Mom and Dad, but now it was too late. I set up the pots like I did every other time. I knew the routine. It grinned. It was famished. "Go on, LazyBones," it urged. "Fetch the main course." I knocked on the door of my parents' bedroom. "Mom?" I called delicately. "Can you come to the kitchen, please?" "Get out of bed. Don't be a LazyBones."
If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons, and I'll see you all next time.